Hare Rama Rama Hare
We can start today. We've got so much
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
So I don't have, like, how do I share? Like, I need to log into Zoom, right? Then only I can share, they can see, right?
Okay, I have sent it in the facilitator group, Prabhuji. Yeah, just join there.
Is the
Join there. Yeah.
join from here.
I mean, open web.whatsapp and you're from there. Web.whatsapp.
Why there is no meeting ID out there?
All you have to be very less today. Just call him.
can you call Sripati Prabhu? You have Sripati Prabhu?
I will call him.
Okay. Chandrasekhar, wait. I have it.
I'll leave now there.
Just do for another 5 more minutes. Keep it. Let's start.
5 more months.
Yeah, on here.
No, I need the meeting ID.
Hare Krishna.
WhatsApp you open?
But it's yeah.
Yes, this one. Yeah, Harshan Prabhu is logging. He's joined.
So I have to register.
अच्छा Prabhuji WhatsApp कीजिए एक बार वापस एक में ठीक
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Thank you for that. For a wonderful kirtan. Prabhu, are you ready?
Just a second, there's an echo.
So today's class will be given by our Shyam Prabhu. So Shyam Prabhu, just to introduce all of you to Shyam Prabhu. So Shyam Prabhu is working in a multinational company called Synopsys, and he has done his doctorate from abroad, and all the whole family is devotee by the way. So Prabhuji is practicing Krishna consciousness for the quite a, almost more than a decade actually. So let's welcome our Shyam Prabhu.
Just go and leave computer audio. We have to disable the audio from here.
Here, I'll go. Hare Krishna. Sorry for the delay because of technology. My laptop crashed. So the data which I stored there, it crashed. So now I'm using the old data now, the old presentation. Hopefully if it works, I'll get the new one. Otherwise I have to work with some past data or past presentation, whatever. So we'll start with our invocation verses. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for joining in spite of tomorrow being Diwali and a lot of shopping needs, all those things are there. Still, all of you are here. I'm happy. It clearly shows your interest in hearing, okay, and associating with devotees here. So we are very deeply indebted to all of you. In spite of a busy schedule, you are here. Thank you so much. Let's start with our invocation verse. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschayata Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Okay. So we have been hearing from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, which is called Song of God. Whatever Krishna speaks is like a song. It's just not words. It's so pleasing to the ears. So it's called Divine Song of God. Okay. So last week recap. Anybody remembers? Sorry. Anything? Last week, what did we?
We are not everything. God is.
Gita. The acronym of second chapter is GITA, where G is God is controller and God is there. Yeah? God is. We are not everything. God is the source of everything. Right?
And life is.
I is.
Life is not everything. Soul is there.
Life is not everything. Soul is there. So G I is God is there, and He is the supreme controller. Okay, He is the source of everything. How about I? In GI, I means
one more is material life is nothing. Not, and other spiritual life.
Spiritual world is there. Yes, that is aim of life. Okay. I means identity, right? Identity means right now we are identifying ourselves with this body, right? Body means like the extended body as well. Okay, we identify as a man, or maybe we identify as like with a particular language. Okay, the region from where we come from, or we identify with the country. Okay, so many identifications are there. These identifications are not. There are temporary identifications, right? They are not like once upon a time we were a small kid. No longer we have that identification anymore. Once upon a time maybe we were like student. So things change, right? Anyway, always we are student. We are learning something, but things like change. So identification is like mostly our identification is the body, right? So then T is transmigration, right? We are not this body, okay? And there's a transmigration of soul from one body to another. So there is T. And A is aim of life. What is the aim of life? Aim of life is that this material world is not everything. There is a reality beyond this. Okay, this material world is considered to be, if you read 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, when you come there, we understand like this material world is considered to be just the reflection or a shadow of the original world, spiritual world. So aim of life is like there is reality. There is a reality beyond what we actually see now. Whatever we see now is just a shadow. Shadow is not reality, but it's not false as well. So that is what we saw in Gita. And what reinforces this identity that I am this body? What did we see there? What is the cause of our suffering? Because last time when we saw, it is like surfing through suffering, right? What is that causes our suffering in this world?
More attachment to.
Correct. Our attachment. Ignorance. That's the root cause of all suffering. Ignorance of who we are really, right? If you know we are a spirit soul, then activities are very different. Right? Since we are not in that, our identity is totally like towards a body, and this body is temporary. We know it has a birth date, and it means it comes with the expiry date as well, right? So anything that has a like production manufacture date, then there's an expiry date as well. So the body has comes with the expiry date, but we don't know what is the expiry date. Nobody knows it. Okay? So the root cause of suffering is ignorance. Ignorance of who we are. And because of this ignorance is manifesting in what way? Towards like temporary attachment towards matter, like towards our senses. So we think, okay, whatever sense what it was. So that is what is attachment, ignorance. Okay, this is the root cause of all our suffering, right? And like Krishna speaks about it, right? Dhayate Veshyan Pumsan. Right? Just by meditating on a sense object, Veshyan means sense object, Dhayate Veshyan Pumsan. Sangat, right? By associating, then what happens? We develop lust. Okay, we develop attachment. Lust means it's not like lust means anything, any attachment towards matter. Okay, it could be fame, it could be name, it could be like wealth, anything, women, anything. Okay, that is called lust, desire. And the lust, what happens? When the lust becomes unsatisfied, okay, then what happens? Kama leads to krodha. Krodha means anger. We become angry. We are not getting it. Then anger arises, what happens? We become delusional. Okay, we don't know what we are doing. It causes bewilderment of our memory. Right? Once that happens, what happens? Then buddhinasa. When mind gets disturbed, intelligence gets disturbed, what happens? We don't know what we are going to do. Recently, I was reading a news. It's in US. This road rage, like when people are driving, suddenly for whatever reason they get angry because of traffic. Maybe they get loose or it becomes short. Like it causes things. Or sometimes we are driving fast. Somebody tries to overtake us, we get angry, or try to come close to us, then we get angry. So this road rage incident happened, yeah, everywhere, and most commonly in Western countries. Okay, so what happened? One person, okay, because of road rage, he took a gun and shot the other person's daughter, and this person took a gun and shot this person's daughter. So both of them lost their daughters. They kill children just because they got angry. Buddhinasa, they don't know what they're doing. Just both of them lost their children in just a matter of few minutes because of anger. Buddhinasa, right? That's why we all say, when you're angry, don't take any decisions. Okay, postpone it. Okay, calm down and then take a decision. Right? That's what it is. So krodha leads to sammoha. Sammoha causes smriti vibhrama, like mind gets disturbed, and then we go to buddhinasa. Then the loss of intelligence, and intelligence lost, what happens? Everything is lost. We don't know what we are doing at all. Right? This is what has happened. So that's why Krishna says, dhayate vishyon pumsa sangate jubadayate. Sanga sanjayate kama. So this everything starts from kama. Right? Lust, desire, attachment. Okay? And where this kama sits, that is also Krishna giving the second chapter. Kama is sitting, since I lost my original presentation, I have to search here in the old one. Maybe it's not here. Okay, so maybe can I get one Bhagavad Gita? So what happened is, so Krishna says, okay, we also saw about the example, right? We saw one picture where there's a chariot. Okay, what are the important components in a chariot? We have horses, which is driving, and to control the horses, we have that rope, right, which reduces to cube. So rope is there, okay, and that rope, then what we have, and there is a driver, and there's a person who is sitting, right? So what happens? This gives analogy gives, okay, the senses or the 5 horses are equivalent to senses. Okay, we have 5 senses, 5 knowledge acquiring senses, right? Eyes, nose, ears, tongue, touch, right? These are the knowledge acquiring senses, which is called jnanendriyas. And we have similarly 5 karmendriyas, like hands, legs. Okay, those things are like karmendriyas, which helps us to do activity, right? So the senses are compared to that horses, and the rope which is controlling the senses, okay, it is the mind, okay, and who is the driver? The driver is the intelligence, right? And then the passage is actually the spirit soul, which is sitting, okay. And Krishna is saying, where does lust resides? Arjuna is asking, where does lust resides? when he talks about Dayatin, Vishya and Pumsan, where does it sit? And Krishna is saying this lust resides in all these senses. It sits on the mind, it sits on the intelligence. Think about it. All the strategic positions are captured. And soul is poor soul is sitting behind the passenger now. We have a drunken driver with not working properly. Steering wheel and brakes are not working, which is the mind, and the wheel and punctured tires, or like whatever the tire is. Okay, it's going on its own. So this is what is happening. So all these things strategically has been captured. Right. So what can we do now? Is there any scope for us? Like, because this is the cause of our buddhinasa, right? And all these prominent spots are captured. Right. So we also see, like, okay, kama leads to krodha. When it is not satisfied, it leads to krodha. When it is satisfied, what happens? It leads to lobha, greed. Oh, I want more. I just got only this much. I want more. If you don't get more, what happens? Then it comes to krodha again. Okay. Either you get it, you are under trouble, we are under trouble. You don't get it also, you are under trouble. Okay, both positive, negative, got. And if we get more than what we require, then what happens? Suppose we ask for more and we get it. What happens? Yeah, more and more, you get it. What happens? You become proud. Mada. Nobody can catch us now. Okay, because I have something you don't have. It means mada. Oh, I'm proud. And suppose I don't have, you have it. What happens? Jealousy, envy comes. Matsarya comes. Okay, all trouble only. Attachment means like you get it or not get it, get more or less. Everything leads to ill effects. Okay, so it causes matsarya, which means envious. Oh, he has it, I don't have. And we become happy if he also loses it. Okay, the happiness in the material world is not about how much I have. The happiness in the material world is about how much the other person doesn't have. That's the real kind of happiness in this world, right? So this is what, and this is not true only for us. Don't think, okay, this is only for us. Even for the great devatas, they are also under the same problem. They are also facing the same problem. Okay, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya, they are also suffering from the same disease, but in a different category they are. Right? So we see, from Krishna Lila itself, we'll hear the story of, let's hear the story of Indra, how he goes through this Kama, Krodha, okay, and like Buddhinasa, all those things, Samoha. What happens during Krishna time? So when Krishna was 7 years old, they were arranging for a big festival is going to happen. They are arranging for a great festival in Vandanam. So Krishna became very curious and inquisitive to know what festival they are doing. Okay, so Krishna goes and asks his mother, Mother, Ma, Yashodama, what happened? What is the festival about? Why are you making so many sweets? Is it for me? Okay. No, she said, no, it's not for you, Krishna. We are going to celebrate a festival. And Krishna keeps on pestering his mother. Okay, tell me what is the festival, why this is celebrated. Mother Yashoda was very busy, so she told, okay, go and ask his father. So he goes and asks his father, Nanda Baba, please tell me, why are we celebrating festival, or what is the purpose of this festival? He said, we are celebrating, every year we celebrate this festival because to Lord Indra, Indradev. Okay, he is the king of demigods. All the other devatas are under him, like Varuna, Chandra, Surya, everybody. Like Indra is the Surapati, is the lord of demigods. He says, like, why are we celebrating Indra's? Why are we offer to Indra? He is asking. Krishna has asked his father. He said, because Lord Indra is the Lord of rain. He gives rain. Okay, and we are a mercantile community. The more important activity they do is farming and taking care of cows. Okay, in those days, business means farming and taking care of cows. And one's wealth is measured not in terms of how much gold you have. One's wealth is measured in terms of how much cows we have. And cow production is very important, and of course grain production. Okay, without that you can live without gold. You cannot live without milk and grains, right? It's impossible. So he says like, but Indra is giving rain. So we are celebrating. So this is Vedic custom. Okay, Vedic custom is not about business. When you do sacrifice to even demigods, okay, whatever we offer is very business means, okay, if I go to buy the crackers outside, okay, I have to pay equivalent rate. I cannot give 2 rupees and ask for 1,000 wala there. Okay, they won't give. Business means it should be of equivalent commodity, like trade should be of same value, right? Almost same value. But here the Vedic custom is, okay, since we are receiving so much from nature, and nature is controlled by different parts of the nature, is controlled by different demigods. It is my duty, it is our duty to have gratitude. Okay, so we offer something back to them. It may not be of equivalent value, but still our Vedic culture is all about gratitude. It's not about business. Okay, we develop gratitude for what we receive, and as per our capacity, we give it back. Okay, it may not be for some people, maybe more, some people maybe less. Okay, but out of gratitude, I received so much, so I have to give something back. That is, Vedic civilization is about, everything is about gratitude. It's nothing about business. So in this case, like, so Indra is giving us rain, and through rains, like rains are growing, and we have grass, and cows need grass, and from cows we take milk, and all those things, right? So we have to do worship Indradev, at least yearly once, celebrate. Then Krishna understands this, and she asks, okay, but Krishna knows, okay, Krishna is present as Paramatma within each and every one of our heart. Sarvasachaham hidi sanniveshto mattasthirgarno pavanancha vedecha sarve aham here vedyam vedantakrit vedavit evachaham. Krishna says Sarvasachaham, within everybody's heart I am present as Paramatma. Okay, and he knows what he thinks, what we are thinking, everything he knows. As a Paramatma, he knows what is our desire, everything he knows. So he knows within Indra's heart, Indra has become a little proud because of his position. He is attached to his position that he is Indradev. Right? So what happens? Indra is a position, Indra is not a person. Okay? You should understand these different things are like their positions, they are not persons. In the sense, like a prime minister is a position, and maybe today Narendra Modi is the prime minister. Okay? 10 years back it was 8 years back it was Manmohan Singh. Similarly, it's like a position. Okay. Similarly, Sun God, his name is Vivaswan. Though we call him Sun God, Surya Dev, all those things, his name is Vivaswan. Krishna also says in 4th chapter, 1st verse of Bhagavad Gita, he says, Imam Vivaspate Yogam, Proktavan Aham Abhyayam, Vivaswan Manave Praha, Manu Ikshakve Bhavit. I spoke this same knowledge which he is speaking to, which we are hearing today, which he spoke to Arjuna 5,000 years back. Krishna said, I spoke the same knowledge to sun god Vivaswan. His name is Vivaswan. And his son is Vaivaspata Manu. Right now we are living in a time period called Vaivaspata Manu. If you have closely watched what the Brahmanas chant, you would have heard these mantras. Vaivaspata Manvantare, Ashtavimse, Kaliyuge, Prathame Pate, Jambu Dvipe, Bharata Varshe, Bharata Khande, Merohe, Dakshine Pakshe, right? All these things, right? All these things takes us where we are, what is the time we are living in, all these things are given in the Vedic mantra. It's like a history, right? We are living in the Vaivashvata Manvantara, we are living in the age of Kali. Okay, Prathame Pate means first phase of Kali Yuga. All these things are given in the Vedic mantras. So this is the position. So Indra, he knows he got attached to this position of Indra, and he is the lord of the demigods. And Krishna through his pastimes can do multiple things. Okay, it's not one thing he accomplishes. He wanted to correct, because see, Indra is not an ordinary person. Okay, he's called Surapati. Surapati means he's the lord of demigods. To get to that position, one has to be very, very qualified. And one must be a devotee of the Lord to get. There is Suras, then Asuras. Suras are generally like they are worshippers of Vishnu. And Asuras are, they are enemies of Vishnu. Vishnu does not consider them as enemies. They consider Vishnu as enemies. Okay, that's the difference. Krishna does not consider anybody as his enemy. Krishna just reciprocates, okay, you want to be my enemy, so I'll come as your enemy, you can fight with me, I'll kill you. Okay. If you want me, take me as a friend, as a son or a lover, I will come in that way. He reciprocates as per our wishes. Okay, so Krishna does not consider anybody as enemy, anybody as friend. Because all of us are related to him, because all of us are part and parcel of Krishna. So Krishna does not consider anybody enemy. Asuras mean they consider Vishnu as the enemy. So he knows like Indra is like attached, so he wants to correct that. So how he corrects it in a very Krishna does it in a very different way. Okay. So what he did, okay, he told his father, saying, okay, he started speaking karma philosophy, karma mimamsa philosophy. Okay. We receive good and bad things because of our prior karma. Okay. It is not because of someone we are getting rain or something. Okay. If you have to receive rain and rains, we'll receive it. If you don't have to give, if you are not, like sometimes there is flood, sometimes there is drought, all these things are because of our karma. So you can also see this not only here there is rain, okay, even in the ocean. If you are saying Indra is giving rain, why there is rain in the ocean? There is so much water there, and what is going there? Why ocean needs rain? Why it is raining? It means you are doing your duty as a king of farming, and you are in a farming community. We are doing our duty. Indra is doing his duty as giving water. Okay, you are doing his duty, he is doing his duty, and based on karma philosophy, you know why we have to worship Indra. It is not required. Okay, so he started speaking like this, and then what happens? He said, okay, instead of worshipping Indra, we should start worshipping Govardhan and cows. Go Puja and Govardhan Puja, both we do. Why Govardhan? Because Krishna says, because Govardhan is a mountain, like Himalayas is very sacred for us, no? Because it gives us a natural protection against enemies. So Govardhan gives that. And actually, when there is a mountain, then the clouds come, it dashes on the mountain and we get rain. So it's actually Govardhan who gives us the rain. Right? When there's a mountain, then that place is typically lush green and then we get rain. Okay? So Govardhan is the one where there is soft grasses are available, where our cows go and eat. And our cows like eating in Govardhan, grass in Govardhan. So then when the cows eat those nice grasses, they give nice milk for us. Okay. And Govardhan is full of trees and plants and grooves and flowers and fruits, all those things we get. We get cooling waterfalls because we can go to enjoy there. This Govardhan is there, that like a lot of waterfalls is there. And there are like water flows down from the hill down so that we get water connection to our house. All those things are there. So we should worship Govardhan. Okay. And we should also worship the cows because cows is giving us milk. And it is giving us the complete cow, like cow's milk is considered to be the most complete food, right? It is the most complete food. It contains all the nutrients in it. So we should worship cows and Govardhan. So indirectly what Krishna is saying, no, we should worship devotees of him. Govardhan is the great devotee of the Lord, and cows are all very dear to the Lord. So indirectly what Krishna is saying, okay, don't worship demigods, rather worship my associates and my devotees. Okay, you serve them. It is sufficient, then only I get satisfied. So that is what Krishna is saying. And the mood of Brajavasis is what? Their mood is always to do whatever Krishna likes. Even though they also know Shastras, they also know Vedic process and everything. Yet whenever Krishna says something, no, they won't go against it. Okay, if Krishna is happy, that's what gives us happiness. So they said, okay, fine. Whatever Krishna sees is correct. Everybody agreed. Okay, no dissent at all there. Okay, no revolt, no dissent. So everybody decided to celebrate Govardhan Puja and Go Puja. That is going to happen on coming 26th is the date. Okay, the 2 days after Deepavali, the Bali Padyami is the place when we celebrate Govardhan Puja. So what did they do? They offered huge quantities of, they made annakut, like huge mountains and mountains of like boga. And they started and they took it before Govardhan, placed it, and they offered it to Govardhan. And to their surprise, what happened? And they also started doing puja for the cows as well, Surabhi. So when they offered to Govardhan, to their surprise, okay, when they offered to Indra, Indra never came and took any of the food, okay. But when they offered to Govardhan, what happens? Like Govardhan started eating. And eating so much, he was started asking, Anior, give me more, give me more. So that's a village near Govardhan called Anior. Okay, even today. Okay. So Govardhan, more and more they gave, Govardhan was not satisfied. He was keep on eating so much. Then finally, what they do, they offered some tulsi to Govardhan. The moment he took tulsi, he got satisfied. So that's why it's very important when we make an offering to the Lord, we also top it up with tulsi leaves. We don't just offer boga alone. Okay. Krishna immediately comes when you offer boga with tulsi. That's why Krishna says, Patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhakta prayachati taddaham bhakti uparitam asnami prayathatmanaha. Patram means leaf, not banana leaf, tulsi leaf. Okay. Patram pushpam, flower. Phalam toyam. Phalam means fruit. Toyam means water. Very simple.
Where does milk come?
Milk. It's like all the vegetarian items.
In this category, water.
Ah.
Where does the milk belong to our water?
Yes, you can say it's a liquid. So, but Krishna is not listing out all the items he likes. He just gives an example of like vegetarian items. And most importantly, what he is saying, Yome Bhakta Prayachati. One must offer it with devotion. Taddaham Bhakti Uparitam. Again, he stresses one must offer with devotion. Because Krishna is not like waiting, he's not hungry, waiting for us to give something. He's not a beggar. Okay, he has everything. Okay, he doesn't want anything. The only thing he expects from us is devotion, love. Whatever we offer with love. It means we do it in a mood that pleases him. That is bhakti. Right? So he says, but when you offer, that's right. When we offer, what happens? We offer on top it, each and every dish, we top it up with tulsi leaves. Then Krishna immediately comes and eats or accepts the prayer. Then it becomes prashanam. So Govardhan got satisfied. Then what happened? Indra got very angry. Like he thought, okay, he lost it. In the sense, Krodha comes after that. Samoha, delusion. Delusion means you don't understand. Though the reality says something else, but you live in a different alternative reality. Like how Donald Trump is living like that. Right? We find, okay, he lost the election, still he's saying, oh, he has not lost it. Somebody stole it from him. This is delusional. Even though he knows, but he lives in a very alternate reality. Still he is saying, and now 30% of his followers also feeling that he has not lost the election. Somebody stole it from him. This is what delusional is. Once you go to that, mind goes to that position, no, it will not accept the facts and reality. We'll live in a different world. So he started chastising Krishna, who is this impudent boy. What does it know? And these Vrajavasis are so foolish that they are following this small boy. And he asked to worship Govardhan, and instead of every year I used to get the puja, like sacrifice, and now this year I did. Now I teach them a lesson. Then he calls his assistants. One of his assistants is a very powerful cloud. His name was Samvartaka. This is the cloud which comes actually like during the annihilation time, when the entire universe has to be inundated with water, Samvartaka. So he starts sending thunderbolts. He started sending like Samvartaka. It started pouring heavily. It's a cloud burst. Not one. Just in a matter of few seconds, like everything started pouring. And the first living entity that gets affected because of this inundation is this Krishna's cows, Surabhi cows. Immediately, for Vrajavasis, they don't know Krishna as God because they are even above that. They don't worship Krishna in awe and reverence. They worship Krishna as in sweetness. They see Krishna as their own son. They see Krishna as a lover. They don't see Krishna as a friend. They don't see Krishna as God. They have gone beyond that category. Their love is so pure, they don't see that Aishwarya form of the Lord. They see higher than that. Madhurya form of the Lord they see. So, but immediately when there is a problem, no, they take shelter of the Lord only. They went and asked Krishna, it's your cows, they are getting affected. It's not they are asking for their protection. They're asking for protection of the cows. And what Krishna did? He immediately went and picked up Govardhan with his little finger on his left hand. Just like that, he took it and put it like an umbrella. Okay? And all the Vrajavasis came under that umbrella. And right now he is teaching a lesson to Indradev, but that is side business. Okay, that is not the main thing for Krishna. That he could have done even with Sudarshana. He could have taken care of Indra in a matter of just by thinking. Indra would have been put in his place. Okay, it's not okay. But what did he do? Because he wanted to enjoy this sweet pastime with his devotees. Because every day in the morning, Krishna, Mother Yashoda would prepare Krishna, bathe him, nicely feed him, decorate him, and Krishna would go to the forest along with his friends, cowherd friends. Okay, and when he is away the whole day, it's like a picnic, no school. Okay, everybody just enjoys it. Okay, just playing, cows will be grazing, and they will be having a lunch. All those things. Right? Every day is a picnic only. Okay, in spiritual world, every day is a picnic. Okay, there's no problem of no traffic and everything. They live in a village. So clear Yamuna water. All these things are there. And even if you eat more, you don't get stomach upset. All those things doesn't happen there. So they were playing like that. But in the home, all the elder gopis like Mother Yashoda and her maid servants, everybody, because they are the kings, right? Or they are the leaders in the village. So everybody else to come and help the family. They all wanted to help Krishna, right? So they throughout the day, Mother Yashoda and the gopis, they always engaged in Krishna Katha. They'll come and tell, oh, yesterday my son was playing with Krishna in the forest, and this is what they did. And another person will say something, and Mother Yashoda will be saying something. Oh, Krishna, this is what he did at night. So totally that the entire day goes in remembering Krishna. Whatever work they are doing, they'll be talking about Krishna and Balaram, and then what their pastimes are. This is what they were doing throughout the day. But at the same time, they're feeling the intense separation from Krishna. Of course, remembrance of Krishna is as good as Krishna personally present. Krishna's name is as good as Krishna. Krishna's form, Krishna's name, quality is past. Everything is as good as Krishna. They are non-different because Krishna is absolute. Absolute means there is no difference. For example, if I'm thirsty now, if I remember water, will a thirst get satisfied? Or if I say water will get that satisfied? No. I have to drink it. Okay. But Krishna is not like that. Krishna, if we say the name of Krishna, remember the form of Krishna, or hear the past tense of Krishna, speak about the past tense of Krishna, everything is safe. But this is called love in separation. This is considered to be the highest form of love. That we miss Krishna by remembering him, by always thinking about him. And gopis are always missing Krishna. The elder gopis like Mother Yashoda and all. They always remember Krishna, but at the same time they are missing the presence of Krishna. Then Krishna comes back in the evening, and Mother Yashoda takes care of him nicely, gives him a bath, dresses him, feeds him, puts him to bed, and massages his leg, everything she does. Then suddenly when Krishna dozes off to sleep, Krishna's friend Sudama comes to Krishna's house, and he starts calling, Krishna, Krishna, Balaram, Balaram. Then Yashoda becomes little, oh, Krishna just went to sleep, so will wake up. So she immediately goes outside and see who is there. And she sees these Krishna's friends, Sridham, Sudama, they are waiting outside. They're calling Krishna. Then she asks, what do you want? She said, okay. No, it's getting late. We have to go to forest again. We have to take the cows to graze. Mother Yashoda says, hey, you can just 2 hours back. Just Krishna just went to bed. So it's not morning yet. You please go. You take rest. Krishna will come tomorrow. Then they went back home. Then immediately after 1 hour, then once again they come. They once again call the name of Krishna, Krishna. Then Mother Yashoda rushes out and says, now what happened? Now it is morning, we'll go. So Mother Yashoda says, no, you see the moon there, this is not sun, this is moon. See, they are in so much love with Krishna, they even forgot which is sun and moon. They don't have any like cognizance of what is time, because the intense separation of love in separation with Krishna. So they call him. Mother says, no, still I will send Krishna home. So like this, everyone, gopis, gopas, younger gopis, everybody miss Krishna presence. In this Govardhan Leela, what Krishna does 24/7, They are under one single roof. So they are drinking the beauty of the Lord. Lord is standing like this. And everybody gets the darshan 24/7 of the Lord. This is the real sweet pastime Krishna does for his devotees. Then he corrects Indra later. That is a side business. That is not the main business. But to have an intimate, loving relationship with his devotees. So that's what Krishna does. That's the pastime he conducted. So that everybody saw the beauty of the Lord and they forgot sleeping, they forgot eating, they forgot drinking, nothing. They were not thirsty, nothing. Like they were just drinking the beauty of the lotus face of the Lord and his beautiful form. And they were very happy and discussing Krishna Katha. Right? And then Indra finally understood. Okay, after 7 days, he came to his senses, understood. Now, what did I do? I kind of screwed up. Okay, now he was very afraid to now go before Krishna to apologize. Well, it's not that he was very why he was afraid, because it is not only Krishna he offended. He offended Krishna's devotee also, because he caused so much pain to Krishna's devotees, the cows and the Vrajavasis. So now he's very anxious. Now Krishna will not forgive me. Krishna may forgive me if I have done something directly to him. But I offended, I caused inconvenience to devotees. What is my chance? So what did he do? He approached one Surabhi cow. He surrendered to the cow. And then the Surabhi cow took Indra to Krishna and recommended him. So this is our position. Okay, we cannot directly go to Krishna. He may or may not look at us. But if you are in the association of devotee, it means then we have a chance Krishna will look at us or forgive us, because that devotee is recommending. That is why we don't directly go to Krishna, we go to Radharani. We go to our mother. Sometimes like children go to the mother to get something done from the father, right? It used to happen, at least in the previous generation. I don't know. So it's like that, right? So we approach a devotee of the Lord to recommend us. Even if we made a mistake, it's the devotee who can help us get purified. So if we directly try to approach Krishna, our chances are very less. So if you go through a devotee, then because when devotee recommends someone, Krishna cannot refuse. That is nature of Krishna. That's why Krishna says to Arjuna, Shipram bhavati dharmatma shashvatam shantim nigachati kaunteya pratijani dame bhakta pranashayati. He is telling Arjuna, you tell everyone. Kaunteya pratijanahi. Kaunteya. Arjuna, you declare. He is speaking Bhagavad Gita, he is asking Arjuna to declare. What is he saying? Name bhakta pranashayati. I will never forsake my devotees. Why? Because when Arjuna declares, Krishna is bounded by that promise which the devotee makes. So he fulfills that promise. Sometimes people may say, oh, Krishna is very a cheater. Sometimes he will do something and he will not do. He said he'll come back to Vrindavan after 7 days, he didn't return back at all. Because he left the gopis and went. He didn't come back. Actually, he didn't leave at all. If he leaves, then he'll come back. Somebody doesn't leave because he's living there in their memory itself. Krishna hasn't left their heart at all. So where is the question of coming back? But when a devotee declares, externally if you see, devotee declares, Krishna is saying, I will fulfill it. That's why so he's taking so then he forgave Indra. So what happens here? Attachment to a position for Indra caused Krodha. Krodha lead to Samoha, delusion. Then delusion lead to Buddhinasa, loss of intelligence. And then fall down happened. He did something which he should not have done. Yet Krishna is so kind. If you are in touch with a devotee, there is a chance that we'll get corrected. But if you are not in touch with devotee, we are not touching devotee, then we may lose that opportunity. Okay, so that's why devotee of a few weeks back, I asked a question. Why Maricha, knowing that Ramachandra is so powerful, he advised Ravana, don't pick a fight with Rama, return back Sita. Yet he didn't take protection under Ramachandra. Why? It's because same fear was there in Sugriva's heart as well. When Sugriva first time saw, Sugriva was in this Rishimuka mountain, and then like Ramachandra and like Lakshmana, they were searching for Sita, carrying a bow in his hand. When Sugriva saw this scene, he became very anxious. He thought maybe his brother has sent these two, because their bodily features and like everything looked like a prince, but they were wearing an ascetic kind of dress, right? Bark, tree bark and everything. And they were carrying bows. And they were very anxious because they were searching for Sita and they were very angry. Okay. So Sugriva thought maybe my brother is, they are friends of my brother Vali. And Vali could not come to Rishimuka mountain because of a curse. Otherwise he will die. So he has sent these people to kill me. So he became very anxious. Then he sent Hanuman to check who they are. And Hanuman goes. The beautiful interaction that happens between Hanuman and Rama. Then Hanuman understands he is a personality of Godhead and he surrenders to him, and he carries Rama and Lakshmana on his shoulders, because they have to, instead of climbing the mountain, they can sit on their shoulders and then just reach. And then Hanuman tells, okay, this is Rama, son of Dasratha, this is Lakshmana, his brother, and they have come to make friendship with you. Okay, they are not someone to be afraid of. So here there is Hanuman. Okay, there is a devotee to form the bond. Maricha did not have that kind of devotee association. Even though he knew the greatness of Ramachandra, his power, his valor, okay, he personally suffered. Okay, he got defeated by him. He didn't kill him. Rama didn't kill him. But yet, he didn't have that intelligence or mood to surrender to Rama, or understanding that if I surrender to Rama, he will protect me. Here Hanuman was there to form that bond. So there is a devotee relationship, devotee guide is required for a connection with the Supreme Lord. Without that connection, without a pure devotee's intervention in between, you cannot connect with the Lord. So that's the thing. Okay, so can get corrected even if you do something wrong, provided we are in the sadhu sangha. Okay, so this is what, even for great demigod, this happened. Okay, now what we do? Okay, we will also go through this process of Kama, Krodha, Buddhinasa, and then like Krishna will somehow come through devotee and help us. Should we ought to go through it, or like should be very careful and not go through it? You should be very careful, right? Why to go through all these things, right? They are great personalities, so Krishna can come personally and do all these things, right? So that's why Krishna is giving us, okay, where this lust is residing. It is residing in the senses, it is residing in the mind, it is residing in the intelligence. And what? How does this verse start? Dayate Vishyan Pumsan. Daya. It means everything starts in the mind, or mind means here, not here. Sorry, here. Dayate Vishyan Pumsan. It's everything starts in the mind. Thoughts. Right? So, since it's lust starts in the mind, we need to know how to have control the mind. So that is what today's session is. So before we try to conquer something, okay, we should know the nature of that beast which we are trying to overcome, right? Suppose like to tame a bull. How do we tame a bull? What is the process of taming a bull? I know most of us are not from rural area. We are too used to city, like using horns, right? That's how you are seeing like all this, like they use the horns to tame a bull. And how do you tame a horse? Controlling the mouth. Because you see the horses, like they have that thing around it, right? So that you pull, it goes this way, that way, and all those things, right? So we need to know how, what is the nature of the beast and how to tame it. So similarly, to tame a mind, we should know what is the nature of the mind, what function it does. What a mind does, anyone knows what is the function of a mind?
Thought process.
Correct. Thinking. Thinking is what mind does. What does it do?
Controlling the senses.
Controlling the senses. Correct. It's the center of all the sense activities. Head of the senses, correct. What else mind does? Thinking is one thing. Is thinking enough? Okay, think about Rasgulla, you're sufficient. There's a feeling, no, I want to eat it. Right? I want to enjoy it, right? There's a feeling aspect of it, right? Thinking, feeling. Feeling is sufficient, okay, I'll think here, and you feel I want to eat Rasgulla, some gulab jamun there. I have to will, do something to accomplish that, right? So this is the thing, okay? Thinking, feeling, willing. These are functions of the mind. Then what does it does? Okay, all these things are there. What does it do? It accepts something. Hey, this is nice. Today I got this one. Today I don't want to eat rice. I got snacks. But reject something. After accepting something, okay, once the stomach is full, what happens? If you give the same gulab jamun rasgulla, will it eat more? It immediately rejects, no, I'm full, I don't want. So this is what it does. Accepting, rejecting, like, dislike, feeling, willing, thinking, like, dislike. This is what the nature of the mind. There are some spiritual practices where we say, okay, oh, thinking is the problem. Let me not think. I should not have any thought. Is it possible? Yes? Okay. Even if it is possible to have, I should not have any thought. Is that not a thought? It's not possible. It's not possible. It's not possible to have it. Similarly, another thing is feeling, willing. What is it? Desiring. Can we live without desire? Once again, the same logic. To have no desire is also a desire. I should not have a desire is also a desire. So it's not possible. See, this body, when it's dead, does it have any feeling? Does it have any desires? Nothing. Right? So where does the desire come from? It comes from the soul. Because like body is there, the body it is not desiring anything. This chair is there, this stool is there. Does it desire anything? No. Does it desire Ferrari car? Does it should be driven by a richest person in the world? Ferrari car will, like even a beggar will drive, like it will go. It doesn't say, oh, the beggar, why is he driving there? No, it doesn't know anything. It's not conscious at all. So desire means only living entities have desire. And what is a living entity? What is the symptom of a living entity? Symptom of a living entity is presence of consciousness. And which gives consciousness? It's the presence of the soul which gives consciousness. And desire comes from the soul. Everything comes from the soul. So we cannot be desireless, we cannot be thoughtless. It's not possible to live without thinking. It is just living in a fantasy world to know, like I will not have any thoughts.
But we can have clarity of thoughts.
Yeah, that is there. So what we are trying to, this is the nature of the mind, like thinking, feeling, willing. But what is also the, that's a function of the mind, thinking, feeling, willing. What is the quality of the mind, or what is the nature of the mind? It is very wavering, flickering. Okay, it jumps like a monkey here and there, here and there, here and there. Right? Arjuna says, "Chanchali mana Krishna." This mana is like very flickering, and it is also very stubborn. Right? Very strong. It's very difficult. Very strong and stubborn. Obstinate. Sometimes like mind overpowers the intelligence as well. Right? We have seen so many in this case as well of Indradev, we found, where the mind just overpowered. Many cases in our life, we can see day-to-day life. Sometimes the mind overpowers the intelligence. A diabetic patient, he knows, okay, he has the intelligence, I should not eat sugar, but He is impelled to eat. Sometimes he eats. He is into the temptation. That's why we say, no, flesh is weak, spirit strong, but flesh is very weak. Right? Overpowered. So I'll just. Sorry, I lost my presentation, so I had to search the book. So this is what Krishna says. Chanchalam hi manak Krishna pramati balavadritam tasyaham nigaram manye vayur iva sudushkaram. Chanchalam means flickering. Okay, this is in 6th chapter, verse number 34. I'll share that presentation once I recover it. Okay, so the mind, okay, Chanchala means flickering. Pramati means agitating. Okay, it is never calm. It's always like jumping here and there. Balavat, very strong, obstinate. I want this means I want this. Even if temporarily we conquer it, saying no, don't ask, okay, then after some time also he'll bring it back. Because it's a repository of all the desires as well. And Dridam, Balavat and Dridam, very obstinate, very difficult. And Arjuna is saying, okay, it is easy, it is even possible to control a wind, but controlling a mind is very difficult. Can we control wind? We don't have the capability, but Arjuna has the capability. He has some astras to control the wind. Even defeated his father Indradev as well. He's saying, okay, it's even possible, even if it is remotely possible to control the wind, it is possible. But controlling the mind, it looks like very difficult, Krishna. It is very difficult. So what should you do? Okay, Arjuna said, if Arjuna cannot control, okay, who are we? We have to pack up the bag and leave. What's wrong? Like then Krishna says, so I couldn't find the verse in short time. Okay, let me just brief. Okay, I'll then share it. So Krishna says two techniques. Krishna accepts. Okay, controlling mind is a difficult thing. But he gives two methods. One is abhyasa, other one is vairagya. Abhyasa means practice. You have to practice. Everything has to come with practice. Thank you. Asamsayam mahabaho mano durnigraham chalam abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha grihate. So abhyasa means practice. Okay. Vairagya means renunciation. So it is through practice and through renunciation one can control the mind. What kind of practice? What kind of renunciation? What is the practice Krishna is talking about, and what is renunciation? We need to understand, right? So, what kind of practice Krishna is talking to control the mind? Where does mind can get all the inputs? Through the senses, right? So you cannot directly go to the mind directly. Okay, we must also have some regulation of senses. Senses have to be regulated because it's the one which provides garbage to the mind. Okay, if it is garbage in, garbage out, and mind does much more than that. It's not only garbage in, garbage out. It garbage stores as well. It stores the garbage, and whenever we need, that garbage will come out. And it stores for multiple lifetimes, not only this lifetime. That is also Krishna says, Yamnam vapis paran bhavam tajjeti anta kalevram tam tam eveti kauntaya sadatat bhava bhavitaha. whatever state one remembers when we leave this body, that state one attains in the next life. Okay, this is what it is. If we think about a woman and leave the body, the next life it could be a woman birth. And like similarly, women thinks about a man and takes a man's birth. Or if we think about a dog and we take a dog birth. How do you think when we die? That depends on how we live. What is our thought process during living? Whatever the thoughts which at the time of death, whatever we have, that is molded by what our thought process during our lifetime. Just simple example, right? Okay, if we think about something throughout the day, at night, most probably during dreams we may get similar thoughts, right? That's the thing. Similarly, Krishna at the time of death is also like what happens. It's like a longer period of nidra, sleep, right? So at the time, what is our mental makeup? Based on that, we get the next life. That is how it is. Emmam Bapis Parandaha. Okay. So mind is so powerful. It determines what is our next life is. If you remember Krishna, Krishna says, you will come back to me. If you remember something else, we will learn. So when we have to practice remembering Krishna while living, then only at the time of death, there is a possibility that we can remember the Lord. Right? So that's what it is. So where we are, so here Krishna says 35. So through abhyasa and this one, practice. So we have to practice. What we have to practice and what we have to vairagya practice, practice means regulation. We have to. Then Krishna gives what kind of regulation we have to follow. Yukta harasya viharasya. That is, we have to practice regulated eating, sleeping, recreation, working. All these activities have to be in a regulated way. Does it mean we have to live a military life? Is that what it is required? So, okay, in military also they do a very good regulation. They do a very disciplined life. Much better than any of us could live. Is that what the kind of regulation Krishna is talking about? Oh, we have to live a military life, military discipline. No, it's not like that. Krishna gives the activity should be, it's just not about controlling the eating, sleeping, making, defending, all these activities. But the activity which we are doing should give us higher taste. We can give up something lower taste. Mind, it's not going to stop thinking. It's not going to stop desiring. It will have feelings. If we don't have feelings, we are stone. Krishna had a lot of love and affection towards his mother. Mother had, Mashoda had a lot of affection towards Krishna. Right? All these things are feelings. We are human beings, there will be feelings. It's not negation of feelings, negation of desire, negation of thinking, not like that. Rather, whatever we are feeling, thinking, working must give us higher taste. When we develop higher taste, what happens? Then there's a possibility of us giving up something lower. If we don't develop the higher taste, if we don't have an activity which can give us the higher taste, then it's giving up all these temporary attachments. It's very impossible. So we have to attach ourselves to something very higher. If you see, if you just want to clean, okay, want to become clean, we cannot enter a gutter and take bath there. Already the water is bad there. Okay, you're gonna just keep on taking bath and thinking, okay, I'll get purified, right? And similarly, if you have seen elephants, how do they take bath? They take bath very nice, elaborate way. 1 hour it takes bath. Very clean water. What does it do until it comes out? He'll take a mud and put it on his head. Right? Similarly, that's what Krishna says. Why Krishna says abhyasa, practice, and vairagya, renunciation? It means, okay, you do all the spiritual activity for 2 hours in bhakti centers, Gita Course, everything, and go back and then put mud in the head, and it doesn't work. It's like elephants bathing. Right? We should do something which has given us the higher taste, but we should not also avoid something which will bring the taste down, or do something which will pull us down. Or we cannot say, okay, I will do some activity of this material world which is causing the bondage, which is causing the attachment. I'll continue doing it in a more purified way. Okay, somebody is like, so we see when we go on the road, we see some beggars giving some old person. Okay, you give them 10 rupees, 20 rupees. It's good thing in giving charity. It's good. But what that person will go, no, I've seen. They take 10 rupees from us and go to some cigarette shop and smoke. This kind of charity, what is the use? Rather, we should give in charity something which is useful to them. So Krishna also talks about charity in mode of goodness, ignorance, and like all these things. All the activities are in mode of goodness, ignorance, and passion. So we must engage in activities, those are above this material plane. So devotional service is one such activity. Okay, it is on the plane because we are directly contacting Krishna. So this activity is considered a transcendental activity. And devotional service, we don't think, okay, devotional service is something which is something which is extraordinary, which we cannot do. It's very simple. Whatever activity we are doing, we just have to change the quality of the activity. Every day we have to eat something to live, right? Rather than cooking and eating for our own desire, own tongue satisfaction, okay, we cook nicely in a very clean environment without tasting it, and we offer it to Krishna. And we take the remnants of that offered prasada, offered bhoga, which is then it becomes prasada. What is the full form of prasada? Prabhu ka sakshat darshan. This is prasada. Prabhu ka sakshat darshan, because whatever offered to Krishna is not different from Krishna. So just by eating prasadam, eating becomes sanctified. Krishna says in third chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Yajna Sishta Sinaha Shanta Muchante Sarva Kribisha Bunjate tu Agam Papa E Pachanti Atma Karana. Yajna Sishta Sinaha Shanta. My devotees only take what is offered in yajna, sacrifice. That is only that is offered to the Lord. Yajna Sishta Sinaha Muchante Sarva Kribisha. It destroys all the sins. It does not produce any karmic reaction at all. Muchante sarva kriya, bunjate to agam papa. But one who enjoys for his own tongue satisfaction, no? Ye pachante atma karana. One who enjoys for his own satisfaction, what does he do? Whatever he eats, no, he is eating only sins. He says we are eating papa only. If we are eating any foodstuff that is not offered to the Lord, it means that foodstuff is considered to be sin personified. We don't have to commit a sin. Just by eating something which is not offered becomes a sinful food. Because Krishna is the owner of everything. And if we do something without informing the owner, it means it's stealing. Then stealing is punishable. And you might say, oh, Krishna is my father. If I eat from my father's house, how this is stealing? Right? One can question. Yeah, Krishna is your father, correct? He's our father. But when the father is there, we have to offer it to our father. That is loving affection, right? You know, just like we can just go and enjoy. So, activity is very simple. Every day we have to cook. We cook with an intention so that I will offer it to Krishna, and after Krishna offered, I will take it and will also give it to others. Like family members, they get like this eating. Okay. Similarly, the process of chanting. What we call this Hare Krishna, we call mantra. What is called mantra? Man means mind. Tra means conquering. Similarly, we find the same similar Kshatriya. Kshat means to hurt someone. Triya means protection or conquering. So Kshatriya is the person, administrative head, who protects other living entities from getting harm. That's called Kshatriya. That is, they are giving protection to living entities. The living entity does not only include humans, because living entities include everything. Unnecessary killing of any living entity is considered to be sinful. Even an ant. And king has to give protection to every living entity, especially the cows. That is spiritual culture. Kshatriya, similarly, mantra. Pra means protection or deliverance or conquering. Man means mind. So what helps us conquer the mind? By chanting this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We have tongue with which we eat. That eating is purified by taking prasadam. We have a tongue, we want to speak something. Okay, utilize the tongue to speak about Krishna. Chant the name of Krishna. Right? So the tongue, when we chant, automatically, and we have to chant to control the mind, okay? The ears is also important. Because senses are important, because that's how mind gets, whatever input goes, right? So when we chant, we don't chant within our mind. Then we go to sleep. So we chant audibly. If not loudly, at least audibly. So that when we chant, we hear. So first comes Sravanam. Hearing, chanting. Both goes together. When we chant, we hear. When we do this properly, then comes remembrance. Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu or Smaranam. So then only mind gets controlled. So that's why we chant this mantra. That is mantra to control the mind. Okay? And this mantra is considered to be the Maha Mantra. Why it is Maha Mantra? It is the greatest of all mantras. Okay. In fact, Lord Shiva is saying, Shri Rama Rameti, Rame Rame Manorame, Sahasra Nama Tattullam, Rama Nama Varane. Just by chanting the name of Rama 3 times, Rama, 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 then it's equivalent to chanting 1,000 names of Vishnu. Similarly, there is a verse which says chanting 1 time Krishna's name is equal to chanting 1,000 names of Vishnu. Even if you don't know what is 1,000 names of Vishnu, okay, if you can just chant Krishna and Rama's name. So think about it, like 1 time we chant Hare Krishna mantra, how many Sahasranamas we are chanting? 3 times, because Rama is 1,000 and 1 time Krishna is 1,000. So we are completing multiple Sahasranamas and we don't have to memorize 1,000 names. We just by chanting Krishna and Rama's name, everything is taken care of. Right? So this is Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, like it's considered to be the greatest of all mantras because it contains the holy name of the Lord. And Nam Namakari Bauda Nija Sarva Sakti Tatrapita Nemata Smaranena Kala Etadrishi Tavakripa Bhagavan Mamapi Durdaivam Drisham Kiyachani Nanuraga. Nam Namakari, Krishna's thousands of names. Bahuda, so many names you cannot even count. Nija Sarva Sakti. All the potencies are present within Krishna's name. Whatever power Krishna has, his name also has. Just by chanting the name, we are associating with that is God. Okay? It contains all the names. Nija Sarva Sakti. Tatrapita Nemata Smaranena Kala. And there is no rules and regulation guiding who to chant, when to chant, all those things. Anybody at any time, any place, any circumstances, chant the holy name of the Lord. Even when you are in a bathroom, you can chant the name of Krishna. It's not dirty. Because Smaranena Kala, there's no Kala, no place, no time, place, circumstances involved. Even if you are sitting in the bed in a relaxed way, like lying down, still we can chant the name of Krishna and Ram. There is no rules governing it. But if you want to worship the deity of the Lord, no, you cannot take him to our bed and keep it in the bed and worship. We have to take bath and then do it. For other purposes, there are rules. But for chanting the holy name of the Lord and hearing, there are no rules. That's right. But unfortunately, then what happens? Smarana, Etadrishi Tavakripa. This is the most merciful manifestation of the Lord. Even in Middle East countries where we are not allowed to have a temple and worship and everything, still at home or within softly we can chant and we can associate with Krishna. Even though we do that, we cannot be, even though we may not be able to have a temple, but still, just by chanting the name of Krishna, Krishna is present there as well. Etadrishi Tavakripa, because it's the most merciful manifestation of the Lord. Bhagavan Mame Durudaivam Adrisham. Unfortunately, we don't have any taste for it, or we don't know the greatness of the holy name. Right? So, but that's right. But that comes with practice. That's why the activity practice comes. Practice in eating, practicing what we like speak. Right? So what like and all the activities, like eyes means it is supposed to see beautiful things. Right? It likes to see. Rather, like we don't go to this temple and see how beautifully Jagannath has been decorated. They are there, very beautiful. We can decorate even in our house. We can decorate the Lord with nice flower garland. We can make a flower and offer it. Right? All those decoration can be done to our Lord. Eyes like to see beautiful things. Lord is the most beautiful person. See, eyes can be engaged. Similarly, every sense can be engaged in such a way that it can develop a higher taste. This is the kind of regulation Krishna is talking about. And when we are practicing these higher activities, we should not degrade ourselves and do activities which may degrade that taste. So that is most important. So when Krishna talks about regulated lifestyle, he talks about regulated devotional process. And this devotional process is not something very different. Whatever activities which we do, we have to change the quality of the activity. Anything, like we are earning money. Krishna is not asking Arjuna to go to the forest and do tapasya. Arjuna said, I'll go to the forest and become a sannyasi. But Krishna says, okay, yuddhasya vigadajjara. Fight, you are a Kshatriya, you need to fight. Because you are supposed to establish dharma. And when adharma is ruling there, it is your duty to establish dharma. You cannot run away and like to take sannyas. So for all of us here are grihasthas, so we have accepted a family life. It is not that Krishna is asking us, oh, give up the family life and go. No, it's not asking us. Whatever like wealth we are earning, right? It can be utilized in Krishna service. Like all of you are coming here. You used to have some facility to come here, right? The whatever money which you are earning, it is utilized properly, that you are traveling all the way here to here. And many of you are generously donating for Prashadam and other services. This is the right use of Lakshmi Devi has to be engaged in service of Krishna. See, Ravana wanted to enjoy Lakshmi Devi alone. Hanuman wanted Sita Devi to be with Rama. This is the difference between Asura and a devotee. A devotee wants Lakshmi Devi for himself. And what happens if you want Lakshmi Devi for ourselves? That will cause the destruction only. Like Lakshmi Devi doesn't want, she never leaves the lotus feet of Narayana. She will never come, or if she comes, she will leave immediately. But when Krishna is there, she will never leave that house. Because Krishna is the source of all auspiciousness, and Lakshmi Devi doesn't leave Krishna's association. So if you want even material opulence, without being Krishna conscious, that opulence will not even last. Without even trying, we'll get it. Even if we don't get it, it doesn't matter, because we won't even care about it. But that comes at the higher stage. Okay, first, what we are saying is regulated life. Whatever we are doing, we don't have to drastically change things. We have to gradually change things. Okay, if you are not chanting, at least do 1 or 2 rounds of chanting every day. Okay, minimum do 1 or 2 rounds, because like it's a one-on-one with Krishna. Think about it, right? We are getting an opportunity to associate with Krishna one-on-one. Talk to him. When we call Hare Krishna, Krishna is coming and sitting here. And like you all came here, and if you didn't have a reception counter, and if there is nobody to greet you, how would you feel? It doesn't look, even our marriage and everything, we have a reception. We have like, we call people and we call them, how are they doing, all those things, right? So when you call Krishna and Krishna comes, and our mind is somewhere else thinking, oh, what I will plan for tomorrow's lunch, or what happens to this office problem, all those things. It means like we are just disregarding Krishna, right? It's difficult to control the mind, and Krishna also accepted it. It's difficult. It's not easy. Krishna is saying it's not easy. But does not mean it cannot be controlled. The process of bhakti is such that Krishna says, Tesham satati yuktanam bhajatam priti purokam dadami buddhi yogam tam yenamam upayantite. 10.10. He says, one who is engaged in satatam, Tesham satatam bhajatam priti purokam. One who is engaged in bhajana with love, dadami buddhi yogam tam. I give him intelligence to what to do. So we are not alone. In this process of bhakti, when we do, we are not alone. But Krishna is saying, because I give you buddhi out what to do. That indication can come from another devotee as well. So this is what regulation means. We practice devotional activities under proper guidance. It's not like we practice it as per my wish. I like to do this, this is bhakti. No. Bhakti means we should follow the instructions given by the acharyas. We should follow the previous senior personalities, and then as per the scriptures. That is bhakti. If we do as per my life, then there will be a lot of bogus people who will be around, okay, cheating people. So regulation means following all the activities, simple changes to life, not a drastic change. Very simple change if we do, if we practice. Okay, one of the important changes like accepting prasadam and chanting the holy name and hearing Krishna Katha and the association of devotees. If we can cultivate this, then eventually we'll get intelligence to act in a way that everything is connected with Krishna. Okay, so then the mind, because Krishna is the control of mind. His name is Aniruddha. Aniruddha is the Lord of mind. Krishna's another name, or Krishna is the Lord of mind is Aniruddha. So if he says, allows, gives us the potency, we can do it. Otherwise, on our own, it will be difficult. Okay, so I will stop here. So thank you so much for your patient listening. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Once again, can you tell me what is the full form of prasad?
Prabhu ka sakshat darshan. Pra. So any questions, any comments, any discussion? Yeah.
People say that Indra, right now you said, somebody to take an Indra's position is a qualified and checked person. But then still those devas have those lust, desire and anger issues. So how do we say that they are qualified and more higher than us?
Yeah, sometimes we get attached to the higher positions. Okay. Yeah. We may see what happens, like say we get something, okay, then after that what happens, because of that we become proud whatever we got. So that it's not like they are 100% pure. Qualified does not mean they are karma mishra bhaktas. Karma mishra means they are still some slight tendency to enjoy. There is still some slight tendency to be a controller. That is why they are getting a position of a controller. So devotee doesn't desire to become Indra or like any demigods. A devotee is always desire to be with Krishna. So position of a pure devotee is much higher than the demigods. Though we may worship the demigods, not worship, like we may not have temples for Yashodama. Okay. But what it means, but Yashoda's position is, because when Mother Devaki was having Krishna under womb, all these demigods came and prayed to Mother Devaki because Krishna is in the womb. And our position to have Krishna as a son is not ordinary. Their position is very high. But they don't like to be worshipped. Devotees don't like to be worshipped. They want Krishna to be worshipped. But sometimes demigods, they have this tendency that I am the controller. That natural, no? Like somebody becomes gets a higher post. Naturally, we become little puffed up. That is what Maya is about. Maya is very powerful. And Krishna says this Maya is very difficult to overcome. Devi Shagunami Mama Maya Duratya. Mam Eviya Prapandate Mayatam Karanjati. One can cross this Maya, this material energy, which makes us puffed up, because there's a false ego that reinforces this false identity. This false ego can be conquered only when one surrenders to it. Yeah. But at the same time, okay, we should not disrespect the demigod. Okay, they are in a much higher position than us. Okay, we have all our, we pay respects to them, but we worship Krishna. That is the mode of a devotee. We respect the demigod, but we worship Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yes. Share. So I have a very typical problem. Let's say I'm a non-vegetarian. It's like must. I don't know. I also lust a lot of things, but I also chant every day. Not on like other day as well. Because I know that Gita is told, right? Let's say if you cannot succeed in one lifetime, next lifetime you can start from there.
Correct.
So I am just doing all kinds of work and obviously not in India. So what is like this birth? I think I cannot change my face, my tongue. What's going to be the consequences of me chanting and doing all that?
So one thing is chanting or like doing things on the strength of chanting is considered to be an offense. Doing some wrong things on the strength of chanting, saying, okay, chanting will, this is not your case, typically a case where we do, okay, I do, like for example, I go confess for my sins and then I commit the sins again. That is kind of an offense. Okay, if we have a mode that I'm chanting, and chanting will take up all the sinful activities I do, okay, that is kind of an offense. If I am chanting to negate a sinful activity, that is an offense. But your question is, okay, I am unable to give it up. Yet I have some faith in chanting, I continue to chant. Okay, this mode is better. Okay, so when you chant, okay, it's not like your tongue cannot be controlled. You just need to like go deeper in your prayers to Krishna, saying, okay, Krishna, I want to do it. Okay, through this process of chanting, I want to connect with you. Okay, unfortunately, I have this urge to eat meat. Can you please help me to get rid of this urge? Okay, that is how our prayers are very powerful. When we pray with this mode that I'm unable to do, I depend upon you. Okay, it's beyond my strength to do something. Okay, but I'm trying. If we have this mode of submission and humility, saying, okay, it's beyond me, please help me, then Krishna will reciprocate. If you carry this mode, a prayerful mode, anytime you chant, okay, I will share with you one video of how a supermodel became a devotee. Okay, this is very nice 10-minute video. Actually, I wanted to play that video, but my laptop crashed. Okay, again, next time I'm repeating it. So I couldn't show any of a presentation because the flow was there in that. Based on the flow, I spoke. I'll upload that. If I could recover it, I'll upload it. So what is happening is like if we have that prayerful mode, Krishna, let me please help me. We can overcome. All of us have some problem. Okay, it's not like for you it could be meat eating, for me something else. But by blessings and by prayers, things can be overcome because Krishna says, "I am there to help you." If you don't give up this process of devotional chanting, one time there is one person who was very much addicted to eating chocolates. So he went before Srila Prabhupada and he was a disciple of Prabhupada. Okay, typically we don't eat chocolates because it's cocoa. It's intoxicating us. So he paid obeisances to Prabhupada and he paid obeisances when he got up, chocolates fell out of his pocket. So much chocolates he had. And Prabhupada said, "What is this?" "Oh, these are nothing." He just started putting it. He doesn't want Prabhupada to see what he's going through. He said, "Oh, give me that one chocolate." Prabhupada took that one chocolate, he unwrapped it, and he started ingredients in that chocolate cover, saying, "Okay, cocoa, these are, these things we don't eat." And Prabhupada said, "Why are you eating this?" Okay, he understood. He is very addicted. And he told like Prabhupada, "I'm very addicted to eating chocolates. I've been used to." And Prabhupada said, okay, come with me. He took him to the kitchen. And with his own hands, he cooked nice kesari, nice sweet. Halwa, whatever it is. Okay. He made it, he offered it to the Lord. and gave that sweet to this devotee. And when he ate it, he felt a very, very different taste. First of all, he had so much gratitude for what he received. He is my spiritual master. I am supposed to serve him. Rather, he understood my problem and my addiction, and he is coming to help me. And he took his time out and he's cooking for me and he's offering to Lord and he offered. And he ate the prasad. He felt a very, very, because when Prabhupada is a pure devotee, when he offers something, Krishna accepts it directly. And when you accept Krishna's prasadam, it's of a different variety. So when he ate it, he felt a lot of changes inside. Then Prabhupada told, next time whenever you get the craving for eating chocolate, you come to me, I will cook sweet for you.
But we are also lucky, right?
Yeah, that's so lucky. That's what I'm saying. What is important is that devotee had the right association, and he had the really like soft heart as well. Okay, when Prabhupada did something for him, he took it as a gratitude. Okay, I want to do something for him as well. What I can do, maybe I will give up eating chocolate. See what is happening. Because I won't depend on my strength. I have low money weakness. Let me depend upon Krishna. Why we are saying we are not so lucky is because Srila Prabhupada is not here. No, he is there. He is there in his book. He is there in his instructions. Krishna is there. It's just that we are not able to see them personally. Okay, but they are absolute. But when we continue to pray without, that's why Krishna, as I told this verse, Shipram Bhavati Dharma. Shipram means very soon he will become righteous. Righteous, Dharmatma. Shipram Bhavati Dharma, Shashvatam Shantim Nigachati. Kaunteya Prajan Me Bhakta Pranashayati. I will never forsake my devotee. As long as you stick to this process of devotional service, of chanting, hearing, associating with devotees, you will be able to give up your whatever you think is unwanted. First of all, you need to think, okay, that is unwanted, which is good. You think, okay, this is what it is. I have this problem. Continue doing this. Tesham satata yuktanam. Satatam means constantly, continuously. It's not like when my mind says I will do, some days I will do, some days I will. No, it's not like that. Whatever your mind says, our mind will say 100 things. It will say today we won't go to Gita Course. This week, okay, 1 week I can take rest. I'll sleep. It may say something. But beyond that, we follow this regulative process every day. We keep some, based on our capacity, whatever we can do, our ability right now. We do that regularly. Then Krishna's mercy will come. Yes. Yeah.
So it's a very funny question. Actually, this is if you see most of our devotees, they are Westerners, right? The Westerners means right? They are like drinking, meditating is very common. So what we recommend is generally what our acharyas for this, we don't leave and then chant. Okay, we chant while chanting will automatically happens. Like for example, for us, I mean, here Bengal. So Bengal may right, fish is considered. Here considered. So when we started, so we started chanting. No devotee told us that you have to eat fish and egg. We started chanting. Slowly, after 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, meat is gone from the plate. Okay. Then I thought, okay, we are eating, not able to offer the law. Then fish is also gone. Okay. Then after 6 months, I thought my son is going to be born. Egg also, not able to offer. Egg is also gone from the plate. And we do not know that in that process, somehow it's gone, and now you can't even smell it out. Okay. So this is just an review. So don't feel repentance that the only thing is that Prabhuji was saying is believe in chanting to the Lord. Automatically that Tadani Buddhi saying the Lord will give you intelligence. The moment our sinful activities are eradicated slowly, we won't be able to have the heart to eat that non-vegetarian. Okay. So thank you. Any other question? Yeah.
Hare Krishna. You talked about charity. And you said maybe if we give charity to someone, because we take some money and stop. So is it a bad thing to do charity in such a situation? Or since we see a lot of people ask for money, we do charity. So if I'm giving it out of devotion or because of thinking that this person needs that money, I done my charity. Am I becoming part of the problem because that person is doing that wrong? Or
Yes.
because I have given out of affection and love, my activity is good. So what should be the right approach?
Yeah, if the money is getting misused, that we become part of the problem. Okay, that's why like there's charity in mode of goodness, mode of ignorance, and mode of passion. Rather than giving some money, we know if you want, that person is hungry. Okay, they ask, so typically they'll touch their stomach and they'll ask for something. You carry some fruits with you, or carry some prasadam packets with you. You give that to him. That way, you want to feed him food, which is Krishna Prasad. Okay, you make nice, okay, carry with you some apples or orange or something like that, or even like some cooked food, and give that as a charity. Okay, that is much better, right? Because now, see, why that person is suffering? Because of this karma. Okay, unless he has a good karma to receive something, he won't even receive that. What we are looking at is even to completely get rid. For that, what happens? No, his suffering minimizes greatly. His sinful activities minimizes greatly. Whatever that sins he has committed gets neutralized, because now he has eaten prasadam. If he honors that prasadam, whatever we give, so that is better charity. But in some cases, okay, you know that person and he wants and nothing can be given, it's okay. But typically the situation is we have to see, we are seeing that mostly it is misused. So it's better to, we carry something which we know is better for that person and give it. We give a choice to him, then it is going for like smoking, drinking, all those things. Or he will go and drink a tea or coffee, something like that. So rather like carry some food items with you and give it. And typically like this, see, the person who is actually begging, there's a syndicate. This begging is like a syndicate only is happening. Okay, there's another person who does. He takes away money and he will not even receive that. That's how like people live. Okay, these people act like a lame, this and that, and then like there's a syndicate who will take money from him, he'll get only some few share out of. Okay, the small kids, we typically will see like a mother carrying a child. We don't know even that child belongs to that mother or not. Right? These things are there, and these people know, like, okay, we are so soft-hearted, we'll give, that's why they use the kid to do it, right? So we should little bit use different ideas, different innovative ways how to help others. It's good to do like go. We can see there are a lot of like food for life program is happening in ISKCON. Okay, where we go to this slum area or like government schools. Okay, where this, and you may know like all these government schools where the prasadam is getting distributed. Or we go like we also do this Bhagavad Gita drive to government schools. We go. And we give it for free. We get sponsorship from like devotees, like some will just sponsor 5 Gitas, like that. We collect 400, 500 Bhagavad Gitas and we go to the schools and we give it. Actually, recently for the Janmashtami, we had this children's kids competition. We also distributed like this drawing, coloring sheet to government schools. To our surprise, we thought we will not get it back. So many children gave us lot of drawings and like coloring sheets from government schools. So much, they are so interested to do it. And the principal also asked us, so, okay, last time you did some Bhagavad Gita done. Okay, if there are more students now, can you give us some more? So those things, and also like during this Damodar month time, so we also conduct programs in schools. So we give a picture of Krishna and we ask them to offer Arati. But the problem now in the government school is that because of secular and this and that, okay, things are getting a little difficult to get it done. But some schools are allowing, at least private schools are allowing. Now that depends on the management, right? So there are different ways where we can give Krishna to others. And one easiest way is everybody likes prasadam, tasty food. You can distribute it. In fact, there is one very interesting story that happened in book distribution. When we are keeping book tables outside a temple distributing Bhagavad Gita during New Year's in Vaikuntha Ekadasi, all those time. Actually, there was one lady, it is near that Whitefield, that Ganesh temple is there, no? That Shiva, Ganesh, Hanuman temple, everything is there, no? So devotees actually here, like they were distributing books. There was one lady who was actually, she was begging. She was sitting outside and begging. And after 2-3 hours later, she comes and she gives 100 rupees to us. And she's, can I get one Bhagavad Gita? Bhagavad Gita cost was 200, but she asked for 100. But it's a great thing that whatever she collected, whatever she had, whatever amount, I don't know if it's 100 or 50, whatever it is, she gave and she asked, okay, can I get one Bhagavad Gita? And when we gave that book, she took it and put it on her head. She had so much love and respect. You don't know whether she knows to read or anything like that, but she has this intention, okay, these people are doing something nice. I'm earning something through even begging, but still let me give that money, whatever I earned today, till that time, to get Bhagavad Gita. And let me worship that Bhagavad Gita. Such a wonderful lady, okay. Even though her profession was begging, she didn't have nobody to take care of her basically. So we can find different ways of reaching out to people and giving Krishna to them. Okay, that's a better kind of, I would say, charity work. Yeah. We'll do chanting. Damararati. Okay, it's 2 o'clock. Yeah. So before we end, actually, I want to make a couple of announcements. Okay, since we talk about Govardhan Puja, okay, it's coming on 26th. Typically, in all ISKCON temples, we do this Annakut ceremony, where there is a huge mountain of prasadam will be set before the Lord, and they'll make a mountain and Giri Govardhan's face and everything. I had also nice pictures in the presentation to show it to you. But anyway, so that ceremony is going to happen in all ISKCON temples. Okay, we also have our ISKCON temple in Hennur Cross in HBR layout. Okay, just before Hebal. Rajaji temple, all of you may know Rajaji temple, the hill temple. That's a little far. This is a little before that. We have other 5-6 ISKCON temples throughout Bangalore. We celebrate it. Okay, but still, if it is very far and if you cannot go, Wednesday. And since you're all coming here, there is also a plan, we want to do Annakut ceremony here on Sunday. And this can happen only with all of your help. So I would request you, if you can cook boga, okay, without onion garlic, you know that, without tasting, without offering, bring it here. We can make a Govardhan hill here. You can make a Annakut ceremony, okay. Don't restrict yourself with one item, minimum one, maximum you think about a number. Each of you can bring any number of bogas, not only you, okay. You can invite your friends, your family, neighbors, just pass on this word. So we want more people, then we have more offering, because we are sure, okay, Govardhan is going to ask Aniyor, more, I want more, okay. So let's get more, as many as items. Okay, we'll reach out to each and every of you. So you can tell us what are the items you're going to bring. So we can create a database. Okay, and then we'll circulate it. Okay, we'll use the WhatsApp group and other social media mediums. Okay, please inform your neighbors, friends also, invite them. Okay, once the ceremony is over, then we can have a grand feast. Okay. So our request next week, okay, please enroll for items so that we can have the Annakut ceremony. Hope everyone will be back after Diwali festival. Okay. Quantity can be not, you don't have to cook for 100 people. Okay, quantity can be donna size, small. Okay, maybe 1 person. Okay, so because there's so many items, it gets shared. Okay, we get more. So we can bring any number of items, sweets, snacks, rice, savories, okay, everything. Fruits, okay, if you cannot cook, if you're a bachelor and you don't know how to cook, can bring dry fruits, fresh fruits, salads, vegetable salads, fruit salads, whatever you can make. Okay. So it will be very nice. All of us come together, and we also celebrate Govardhan Puja. Okay. Thank you so much.
So we will thank our Harishan Prabhu for the nice class by chanting 3 times Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Here Damodar Ashtakam. After Damodar Ashtakam, everybody will be given a ghee diya lamp, so you can offer the. Thank you.
So, Hare Krishna. So today's Prashadam has been sponsored by 2 devotees, which is our Deepraj Prabhu and his wife Puja Mataji is there. Puja Mataji is there. It's Prabhu's birthday, so they are sponsoring Prashadam for today. Let's chant one round of Hare one time. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
जय श्री राधे दामोदर की जय। जय श्री संकीर्तन महायज्ञ की जय। नमो विष्णुपाद परमहंसाचार्य अष्टोत्तर सदस्य डिवाइन ग्रेस प्रभुपाद की जय। जय श्री राधा कृष्ण गणाय की जय। जय श्री भगवद गीता की जय। जय श्री समर्थ भक्त की जय। अनंत शब्द की जय। निताय गौर ब्रह्मानंदे हरि हरि।
Next 2 weeks.
I will come back in 8.
Okay.
So that was certain because this devotees are that we will happen. So
okay, 6.
You can tell them.
When Kartik ends? 8. So they have given 6. I asked the other devotees also want that their anniversary is coming on 6. So let's come by.
They will be happy. They will be happy.
Yeah. Okay. The Ganguly family, right? Ganguly. Okay. Okay, sure. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Then when you will be there in Vrindavan?
There, I don't know if they are.
No. When you will be there? What day?
30 to 5th.
Will be staying there.
Many devotees are coming.
I'll be there 3rd to 30th. Yeah, if possible.
Might be in Mangala.
No, I have like really crowd.
A big crowd.
Every year we are going to start with different places. Because last 2 years we are getting more. Next year also.
From last 5 years.
I got unicorn